Hi, subscribers. So today I have, in fact, I have posted this video last week, and the video is all about how to do. I think it's last month, I believe. So the video is all about how to do mobile load testing using JMeter. So I have recorded the script using JMeter, and that's an iOS application. And under that, I have got a interesting comment. And in fact, I should thank you for asking that comment. So the comment is all about asking why can't I use the Mozilla Firefox option to change the view of the application and I can test it. So that's an interesting question, I would say, because the question is basically asking us why should I try recording completely using a tool like a JMeter with all these settings and everything. Why should I mess up everything, and why can't I just change the view and test it using my current setup through the system itself, through my PC. Basically, the testing is not about changing the view. So when you are changing the view from a browser interface to a mobile interface, it's just changing the view. And in fact, just imagine whether can you replicate the same view change from, like in any other tools. So there is no option, I believe, as far as I know, there's no option. And apart from that, it's even though if you have option to change the view and you are trying to record and replay and do all the load test, there are 5 factors which you must definitely know before you do the mobile performance testing. That is, why should we do the mobile performance testing rather not through the browser or not through the regular setup through the machine or like the PC. And why should we specifically do something like a mobile setup? So that is the question here. So the first point is the page load time. Just imagine the processor speed and the network connection you have in both your laptop, the machine that you use for testing, to the processor speed of a mobile. Let's take for example, it can be an Android mobile or it can be a iPhone. So there is always a difference, right, when in terms of your processor speed and in terms of your network connection, because the processor speeds are less when compared to your laptops or your machines that you're running, the virtual machines, whatever you use for testing. So basically the processors are different. They are very slow, and imagine the network speed. So when you are testing through your laptop in your office or in your any network, wherever you test, you have a steady network speed. But just imagine your mobile. So you are traveling or you are sitting inside your home, so you do not get the complete coverage. And if you're using your Wi-Fi, so there is always a difference in the page load times in terms of your processor speed and your network connection. So these are the 2 main aspects when it comes to the page load time. So this is the first factor that brings the difference between your testing from using the laptop or any virtual machine or between the testing using the mobile. So that's the very first difference. So the second part is responsiveness. Just imagine we do not use keyboard or mouse when you are using your applications in your mobile, but you are having your mouse, you are having your keyboards to give your inputs, right? So there is a quite difference. And in fact, when you are navigating to an application using your mobile application or in your laptop, there is always a difference, and the responsiveness is a bigger factor when it comes, because all the interactions that you do, they comes in the way of responsiveness, like using the touch screen. But in terms of the laptop, you normally use your keyboard and your mouse. So there is a difference. So that's the responsiveness difference, I would say. That's the second big factor when it comes, or when it differentiates or it distinguishes between your testing through your mobile and testing through your machine or your laptop. Yeah. So now the third thing is the resource usage. So as I've told you, there is a huge difference between the CPU, the memory, and in fact, there is another thing, which is the battery of your mobile. So your battery of your mobile is another prime factor which has an impact on the performance of your mobile. But on the other case, in your laptop, it does not have its major impact, right? So these are some of the factors, like the CPU, again, like I said, the CPU is there's a huge difference, and in terms of memory as well, and finally the battery. So all these factors actually brings or it again like distinguisher. So as I'm trying to tell you that these are some of the factors which makes you to understand why we should have a specific dedicated testing for the mobile applications. And now the fourth condition or the fourth factor is the network condition, because nowadays we have 3G, 4G, 5G and Wi-Fi, and we all know that whenever we move around the generation, when the 3G changes to 4G or to 5G, so there is always a change of network, and they might be strong or they might be weak. So we should test, we should emulate your test using all these scenarios. Although I know that we have options to do that in you're using tools like Neoload or Loader, we have options to do, but still the combination of this networks along with your CPU, your memory, like I told you, the battery, all these club together, they bring a big difference. And that is what, because we have to put ourselves into the shoes of the users who are using the mobile. So that's the reason we have to test these applications specifically in terms of mobile application, that is through the mobile protocol. And then the last part is the cross browser testing. So in terms of your testing, so there were like different browsers we have for mobile, and when you see, there is a minute thing which we might miss, but there is another thing that is the user agent. So if you see, the user agent is different for every single browser, and it changes widely across different browsers. We have Edge, we have Chrome, we have the Opera, or we have the Safari for iOS. So we have all these different browsers, and they all have their own inbuilt custom functions. So they will always have that difference when it comes to the mobile testing. So in case if you want to access an application through your mobile or through your laptop, there will be always a difference in the screen view. So there is a little bit difference when it comes in loading of the page, because in the mobile, the since the user agents are different, the amount of data that is getting loaded will be different when compare what you see in your laptop. So these are some of the things which you have to bring into mobile, and you have to test it there. I understand that, yeah, I agree, there is an option to change the view, but that can be used for functional testing in terms of emulation. So you can just do the emulation and you can do the testing. But when it comes to the performance testing, we are non-functional testers. So we test not the functional but the non-functional aspects or the non-functional view. So we should have a different perspective in terms of testing. So I believe all these 5 factors which I have told you might be very useful, and I believe I have answered your question. So in case if you have any other questions, this is for everybody. If you have any other questions in any of my other videos, please do comment in the comment section. We'll briefly discuss on that. And thank you so much for asking this question, and thank you so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to our Little Sly YouTube channel, and until I meet you in our next video, it's bye bye from Mr. Shanmugam and your favorite Little Sly YouTube channel.